And we're rolling.
Rocking and rolling. Happy MLK Day, gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's right. So in lieu of doing sports content, we're just going to watch and react to the entire I Have a Dream speech.
I'm down
instead
for that.
of doing sports talk. No, I was kidding.
Greatest speech ever.
Yeah.
Phil, you found this today, so if you want to bring it up.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know this. I found this out on Instagram today. I did not know the WNBA Atlanta Dream was named after the speech. I did not know the speech is in Atlanta either. Was it in Atlanta? I don't know.
No, MLK from Atlanta. That's the thing.
Oh, he came from Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah, and he went to Morehouse, which is in Atlanta, and like Spelman's in Atlanta too. So like all those HBCUs.
Yeah. I'm so glad Brian was here to bail us out because Mike and I didn't know what we were talking about.
Exactly. The more you know, the more you know.
Hashtag the more you know. And by the way, we will be doing hopefully opening day content for the Liberty this year. I sincerely want to get into that this year, like because
we should go to the before.
They're the only team that didn't suck in New York, and maybe we can get Mike late at the game. Anyway, let's
maybe.
It's a cool logo. It is from sportslogo.net. I just want to shout them out. Follow their account. They don't need our help. But,
yeah, they definitely don't need it. We need their help.
I want to recognize Dr. King, and we salute you, sir. And
yes, and here's the thing, guys. I just want to say, we're going to start the show with an old man moment today. We're talking about MLK. Guys, I have a dream. And my dream is that all the major sports leagues cut the shit with putting games on random streaming services all the time for no fucking reason.
Dr. King would want, yeah.
It is exactly what Dr. King would have wanted. Thank you.
He 100% would have agreed. He 100% would have agreed.
Guess we're not both Cat Williams. Yeah.
I sincerely think he would have. So we've talked about this. A lot of people were talking about this. The Dolphins against Chiefs game was NBC and Peacock paid $110 million for them to have the exclusive streaming rights to the game on this past Saturday night. And they claim they got 23 million viewers. I don't know if that number is real. It probably is. I don't know. But I just want to say that sports streaming is trash for a lot of reasons. One, because it's always like buffering and catching up when too many people watch it. It like crashes and stuff. That's trash. But one of the nice things about football is that if you grew up poor like I did, and your parents only had like 15 channels on their TV, you could still watch football on Sunday because it was on like the main networks. And now we're in this era where we're moving things to these random streaming networks, and they want us to pay $6 a pop to watch these games because that's essentially what this is going to end up as.
Let me tell you what else is bullshit. Like when during COVID, when like I just wanted to watch baseball. Remember when they had like those cardboard audience members,
fans,
fans. I bought the MLB package, and you need to have a cable provider when you also buy the MLB package to watch the team that you want to watch. There's
still blackouts.
That is complete horseshit.
Well, that they actually did away with, Brian.
Horseshit. Oh yeah, I did away with it as soon as I figured out I couldn't watch it. I canceled
just deleted it.
No. There's two ways around that. One, get a VPN to tell them you're in a different part of the country and fake the system. I did that for a whole year where I had the MLB and then I had a VPN, so I told them that I was like somewhere else in the country because it's local TV broadcast rights is what that is. But no, a lot of teams are finally doing direct to consumer. The Yankees started it this past year. I know a lot of other teams with their that's a whole other topic, actually. I know a little bit about that. The Bally's Sports like basically went under in the MLB, but took the rights back. So there's going to be a lot of people that actually can pay to watch games in market this year, which is really cool.
Sorry.
Actually, no, you know what? No, Brian, actually, no, thank you for bringing that up because I just want to say, and this, I know we're talking about the NFL, but like as a Yankee fan, and Mike, you'll be with me on this one. How many different fucking streaming services did they try to force us to buy last year just to watch all the games?
No, it's too many.
Like 8 of them.
I bought the S app. I'm still paying for it, even though there's no games right now. But the problem is, you're right. It lags. It's not good through. Like I have the Apple TV box, and I watch it through there. If I watch it on my phone, it's fine. But I'm not watching a whole game and squint on my phone. I want to watch it on TV. So it does lag. It does fall behind. It gets pixelated. I've complained to them. Oh, we'll fix it. Never fixed it. And now they're going to merge with MSG. Sorry, they're going to join forces with MSG, so they're going to have one big streaming app, so you can get Knicks, Rangers, Nets, Yankees, Devils, Islanders, Liberty, all in one mega app. So
See,
I have
that
both
actually is
apps,
the way
yeah.
it should be.
Oh, absolutely.
And because the whole point, and Brian talked about this a minute ago, the whole point of cord cutting was so you didn't have to pay for cable anymore.
Yes.
Okay, to
I don't
lower
wanna
your
watch
costs.
cable.
But the problem is, and you had the Yes app last year, Mike, so you know this. How many times did you turn on the Yes app to watch the game, and it's like, oh, tonight's game is actually on Amazon Prime. Oh,
Yeah,
tonight's
we
game is
had there
on,
was that.
ESPN. And a couple of them were either on like Apple TV, and then there were a few that were at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday on Peacock. It's trash.
Right.
Like the fact is, we're heading to the same price point that we were at with cable before. It's just
Right.
instead of paying for your cable bill, you got to pay 9 different streaming services, a nickel and a dime, and it's such trash. I hate it. I hate that we're going in this direction.
Yeah,
but
especially with the NFL.
Unfortunately is the way of the world. Now the NFL, pretty soon, I guarantee you, in the next 10 years, Wild Card Weekend, it's going to be like, the Saturday game 1, Peacock. Saturday game 2, Amazon Prime. Sunday game 1, Paramount Plus. Sunday evening, Fox Sports app. It's going to be, they're going to make you pay $70 just to watch all the fucking games that you used to get for free. And this is something that really bothers me.
I wanted to watch, and I did watch before just being like, okay, just turning it off completely, the Chiefs Dolphins game. And I had to pay, I had to buy Peacock to do it, which was like, it was like, I don't know, $6 like a month. So I'm like, for the basic kind of plan. So it was like, whatever. If I want to cancel it, I'll cancel it. But like, it is going to be like, I have Paramount Plus. I have Amazon Prime that usually has like the Thursday games. Peacock is going to have it. I think you're 100% right. I don't know what Fox is going to do. But
they have a Fox Sports
either that or get NFL Sunday Ticket, which is like $300.
No way.
So
I'm not spending that.
So, and my question is at what point as fans do we revolt?
Well, what you can do now is listen on the radio, which is still free, thank God. I know we don't get to watch it, which sucks, but I listen to a lot of games on the radio. And then what people are doing, and what's his name? Mark Cuban even asked on Twitter, people are just downloading the illegal streams because it's free. So it's going to lead to an increase of hacking and bootlegging and all that kind of stuff.
Pirating is going to be a bigger thing.
I think you just round up all the degenerates in your neighborhood and go to a field and then just make them play a pickup football game and then bet on that.
I might as well. Barnstorming.
Every piece of shit that lives in your neighborhood be like, hey, you want like a pickup football game? And you don't play
football
it at all. You don't play it at all.
No.
Like,
you don't play.
You basically become your own football owner with all the degenerates and like homeless people in your your neighborhood.
Every men's like a dozen red jerseys and a dozen teal jerseys. I'm like, all right, you guys are now the Dolphins and the Chiefs. Because I can't watch the actual game. I'm gonna get drunk and I'm gonna sit here in the bleachers and you guys better play good. That is gonna be
that's exactly
possibility.
It. Yeah,
I want to get back to what Mike said a second ago, and I actually agree with you on this. I also listen to a good amount of games on the radio simply because throughout the course of it, well, more so baseball because it's more games, but throughout the course of a season, if I don't have the right, cable package or streaming service, but I want to follow the game, I'll just put it on the radio and I'll go do something else. I'll go jogging, I'll work out, I'll clean something, I'll build something, I'll work on some other project. And I kind of tell everyone that. I go, this is how you revolt. You just put it on the radio, and the radio is accessible. You can find every local affiliate AM station just streaming online for free. And no, just put it on the radio and do something else for an hour. Bake something, hang out with your kids, some of you. Okay. Try to spend time with loved ones while the game's on in the background. Okay. But I'm telling you, that is one of the ways around it. And yeah, it does suck, Mike, like you said, but at what cost, is the other way to do it, where you're legitimately going to be dropping in the next 10 years, probably 50 or 60 or $70 just to watch all the games that you used to get for free on a fucking playoff weekend.
People share passwords, they share their logins, they go to their friend's house and they go, oh, I got Peacock, we'll use my login. We'll watch the game here. What would be cool is what people should do. You can always go to the bars and watch the games, but you know how like in somewhere in New York, when we go like to maybe Bryant Park or any kind of park in the city, or even what do you call it, where the High Line is now, and that big pine cone thing, I forget that whole area over there. They have Well, yeah, over behind all the new buildings, over by
Hudson Yards,
anyway,
that area.
Hudson Yards.
Yeah,
they have a big screen there, and I remember one weekend people were out there on like lawn chairs, and they were watching the Masters golf tournament or something. You can do a lot of big public events, and everybody can come and watch the Yankee game and stuff. So that could happen, but
you're right.
Yeah,
go first, Brian.
I know. I'm still on the idea of convincing like the local drunks at your bar to just just have a pickup football game, and it would be very easy because it'd be like, I bet you can tackle that guy. I bet you can throw this ball this far. You just
egg them on
their ego or like tap into their insecurity, and then you get to just have free entertainment right there.
I like it.
You know,
I like it. Yeah.
So that's my solution.
So yeah, there's going to be an uptick in people going to like football parties and sports bars, and also an uptick in random pickup homeless football games throughout the country. It's gonna
or it doesn't even have to be doesn't even have to be homeless people, just like at a bar, just like the find the drunkest people you can find, the drunkest douchebags you can find, tell them that they can never be football players, and then ask them to prove that they could be football players, and then watch them have a pickup football game and watch them get themselves hurt.
And next year you can probably get Tommy DeVito to play quarterback in one of those teams. Anyway,
it'll be available.
Give him like 10 years. Give him 10 years. Tommy Cutlets.
That was my segue into our next thing here. There we go. So, Mike, you wanted to talk about this. They went to a laboratory. They got some test tubes together, and they cloned Brian Dabol apparently to get the next year's defensive coordinator for the Giants. So that's this guy right here.
Yeah, this is my fear of all these like ancestry DNA companies where they're going to preserve your spit and clone you. No, so this is Carmen Brasilio, Italian guy. He's the new O-line coach of the Giants. They got him from the Raiders, and as you can see by the comments, he's pretty much Brian Dabol's older brother, cousin, clone, twin. He really is. Yeah, like a piece of his skin floated away as dust, and somebody caught it and cloned him in a lab, and that's that's what we have now.
But he's the O-line coach. I thought he was the defensive coach. My bad.
That's what I thought too. He's the O-line coach. But hopefully he's good.
They're gonna have to get one of these guys to either paint their face or wear a wig, or they're gonna have to like designate different uniform colors in the sideline, because I'm gonna make the mistake when they cut to the sidelines during games. I'm not gonna know who is who, and I know it sounds shitty, but like they're both chunky dudes who have shaved heads and big ass beards. Like there we go. It's
Joe Douglas looks like this too. The Jets GM looks just
like one
this.
of them just like wear blackface. It would make it easier for me to tell them apart. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
blackface on MLK Day. You're going there?
That was a joke to bomb, but you know what? We're just gonna bail out of that one right now. They can do blue face like Avatar. I'm cool with that too. I just want some type of distinction, guys.
It also was like the internet for me was slow, so all I just heard was you say blackface, and then like the internet was like, no, we're not gonna finish the sentence. We're not gonna finish this at all. I don't even know what
this is.
I don't even know what
this
you
is
said
how we podcast in the 20s.
My internet was like, cancel this motherfucker right now.
They heard the word and they blocked us out.
Yeah, and then it just stopped, and I had no idea what he said.
They didn't even. There were no actual slurs. Literally, just a combination of words, blackface, and then Optimum was like, "Oh, we're throttling that guy's internet connection right now. We don't want anybody on 8chan today." All right, so put up the next graphic, Mike. We're gonna transition from.
Let's go into this. Yeah, this NFL is MLB.com's top 10. Sorry, I'm talking over you. The MLB.com's top 10 World Series predictions. So this time of year, it's very slow. So slow news day. MLB.com decided to make this. My opinion, this is stupid, and I don't know what you're even basing this on. How did they even come up with this? You don't know who's going to be on what team, who's going to be hurt, who they're going to draft.
First of all,
stupid.
We can let's just cut the bottom 5 right off, because you don't really know what teams are going to be on what trajectories in a few years from now. But we can look at the top 5 here. I actually don't hate the 2024 prediction. you can make the case that those are the best two teams in their respective leagues. The Braves are really good. They got Chris Sale recently, and I think that Andopoulos, who's their GM, is actually probably the most adept person in the entire league at roster construction. Like, remember, they lost Freddie Freeman, plugged in Matt Olson. You know, they do stuff like that. They lost Dansby Swanson, and they plugged in, I forgot the name of they have a young shortstop now. But the fact is, they're a team that goes, oh, we lost an all-star? All right, go get me another one.
Yeah.
They understand how to just kind of keep that assembly line going. And people, the thing is, man, people are saying, oh, the Dodgers this, the Dodgers that. The Dodgers pitching rotation is not that good. And I think...
and I love how, like, they just,
we'll see,
they just had like this like blockbuster deal with Ohtani, and they're only supposed to be in like the World Series like twice in like the next 10 years. So yeah,
okay. So Braves are really good. The Orioles, go to them. They won the division. I don't know if everyone, the Yankees got Soto, and that's great. And then the Blue Jays are trying to sign people.
Think there's going to be let me ask you though. Sorry to interrupt. Why do they think there's going to be a Subway Series though in 2026?
Probably because Steve Cohen is going to buy every player in the next 2 off seasons. I mean, they did say they're building for 2 years out from now, last year. So that is their contention window, according to the horse's mouth. So that's actually not a terrible prediction either. Seeing the Mets in there in a couple years, I don't hate that prediction.
They do this so people like us who have podcasts talk about it, so they get attention. That's pretty much why they make this, because this is ridiculous.
Wait, back to this here, and then we'll go in sequential because for my autism. Anyway, it's Orioles. You can make a case they're the best team in the AL because the Central Division's trash. They're just a first-round bye if whoever plays against them. I don't think the Yankees have done enough. I don't think the Jays have done enough. I think the Rays might regress, and people forget this, but the Astros, who everyone says, oh, they're always a team to beat. They had a miracle final week of the season. They almost missed the playoffs. Like they're going to eventually have a year where they do regress, and they actually. So I actually don't hate the prediction of Orioles Braves. I think that's actually not terrible. Next year, Jays. I don't see the Jays doing it. I don't think the Jays are going to be better than the Orioles next year. I don't think they're going to be better than the Yankees next year. I don't think they're going to be better than the. Yeah, they might. I really don't. Dodgers, yeah, I could see that, but Jays, no. Nope. 2026, I don't hate the Subway Series prediction. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't. It's no way to.
It'd be cool, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. Orioles and Dodgers are back 2 years later. I don't know.
I mean, again, I
think the Mariners are going to make it before a lot of these other teams. I don't know why the Mariners got to take 4 more years. I mean, they're pretty damn close now.
I think the Mariners, you could sub the Mariners in for the Jays next year, and I'd take that prediction.
Yeah,
I honestly would, because they're always like a couple players away, but they've been building up pretty good. It's the thing is too, 2027. I don't know how many of the Orioles players are going to be priced out of their own market, because the trajectory with lower market teams like that. Or smaller market teams rather, is that they have a great young core, and then 3-4 years into their contention window, half their players leave because they can't afford them anymore. So I don't know if by 27 they're still going to have the same core. Maybe they will. I could be wrong. I'll eat my words, but I don't. They might be back in last place, losing 114 games by then. Who knows? Well, 2028 is trash. I don't like that one. Diamondbacks versus Mariners. I don't like that at all. I don't see that. I think the D-backs had their moment in the sun. They're going to be, they're going to suck for another 20 years.
Yeah, and then the Pirates are going to be they're good. Their young players are going to be obviously aged veterans by then. But who knows if they're going to stay? Like you said, they may take flight and go play for.
I could see them making it earlier than 2029. They have a very good, and same with the Reds, by the way. People aren't talking about either of those two teams. They have a lot of really good young players. Yeah. I could see them making it over the Mets or the Dodgers over the next 3 or 4 years. Absolutely.
Cubs, Reds,
I think these predictions are thinking.
Yeah, this is just and the Rockies and the Angels in 2033. So in 10 years, the Angels are going to go to the World Series. Based on what though? Like,
yeah, exactly. Based on collecting another 9 first-round draft picks because they're going to suck because they don't have Ohtani. And look, Trout is eventually going to get traded. They're talking like, no, we're going to build around him. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to trade him to a team that contends, give him an actual shot to win a ring for once in his career because you guys failed. Anyway,
he's probably going to retire because of his back soon anyway. You know, does he have back problems? He's almost paralyzed or whatever. He's got that whatever it is in his back. He could barely. I don't know what I'm saying. Remember the whole thing? They were saying he took steroids, but it's for medical reasons because he has that back problem. So it's not really taking steroids for recreational purposes. It's for medical reasons. I mean, steroids are actual medical drugs. It's just people.
Well, yeah, Paddock got in trouble for HGH, which is similar to help him heal too.
I don't know.
What's the name? Peyton Manning got in trouble for it too, but no one cares anymore. I don't think anyone cares. I don't think any, especially as the baseball Hall of Famers, like the old timers are dying out. Like the pure baseball guys. No one cares. No one gives a shit about steroids. Like we're so jaded by so many things in society right now that we're like steroids in sports. Okay, who gives a shit?
So Mike Trout is 32. He's younger than I thought. I don't know when his rookie season. I was trying to find his rookie season. But I just thought he had that back issue that
he does.
Yeah, how much longer is he going to be around? 2033?
Yeah. No. He'll be the fucking hitting coach or something by then, or he'll be in the booth. All right. Oh, I should have said this at the beginning, but this one makes a lot more sense if you are watching on the YouTube and not on audio only. This one kind of requires you look at us. Anyway, disclaimer 5 minutes late. Any final thoughts on this? I feel like I've done most of the talking. I wanna give everyone else a chance to.
I really don't. I don't have, honestly, I hope there's Subway Series, so that would be awesome. I hope it's before 2026. Because who knows if we'll have civilization by 2026? Who knows if any of this will even happen? 2023, 2033. You're thinking about baseball, motherfucker? Really?
I'm thinking about air.
I'm thinking about if we're gonna have clean water and if we're gonna be killing each other in fucking Walmart for rations. But no, I hope that I'm rooting for this at least. And you know what I'm also really hoping? That the Dodgers never make it to the World Series. I think it would be so amazing.
They're the bad guys.
I think I think every year the Dodgers are not in the World Series is a win for me. Of course I want the Mets to win the World Series. That would be ideal, but I think the next best thing, if the Mets can't ever be in the World Series and win the World Series, next best thing is for the Dodgers never to make it. That would be so amazing.
It'd be funny. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Watching them get absolutely curb stomped by the Arizona Diamondbacks in 3 games this year in the first round was very funny.
Especially because the Diamondbacks, especially in 2022, the Diamondbacks were trash. They were so bad in 2022.
All right, so moving along to a different baseball topic here. We have, and this right here, this one requires a disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
The opinions that are about to be expressed in this segment here do not reflect on any past or future guests or any future sponsors we may have. These are purely the opinions of the people on the show, and this is an extraordinarily uncomfortable topic to cover, but we have to cover it.
Oh shit!
It's coming. It's coming. Sorry,
I know, Brian, but
I'm even what's going on? I'm like, okay, what's going on? Oh, we talk.
We got to talk about this guy right here.
Oh, this thing
by the name of Trevorus Bauerus. Trevor Bauer, former Red, former Dodger, former Cleveland Indian before they were the Guardians. Very good pitcher. However,
I guess
he
terrible human being.
Yeah, he punches batters out in all 9 innings, and also apparently punches women, which is not a good thing. Although I will say, of the 3 guys who are about to,
hot take there, Phil.
Thank you. Of the 3 guys that we're about to cover,
clarify that.
But here's the thing though, is that a lot of them literally ask for it, and of the 3 guys that we're about to cover, because there's 2 more after this. He's the one that has the best case, I think, of getting back into the league, because he was able to produce evidence that went to his claim against the woman who was basically extorting him for money. And he also Like I said, he sort of did his time. He pitched in Japan. I don't know how long you can keep somebody out of the league for that, especially being that like a judge completely cleared him.
Right.
I guess the question is this: is he going to get a spot on a contender, or is he going to have to settle for a mid-market deal from a fringe contender just to kind of get himself back in the league? I tend to believe that it's going to be the latter as opposed to the former. What do you think, Brian?
That's also not a good screenshot of him if you're trying to make the case that it's a good guy. Like that looks like someone who gets drunk and gets in fights in the parking lot of Walmart. That is a face right there. That's not a I swear I'm innocent face. That we got right there.
It reinforces the Yankees' facial hair policy. So maybe you're right, Phil. They should just
Brian is right. That does look like a Walmart parking lot fight. Like whenever a new video game console gets released and there's only 10 at the store, that's the guy who rolls up in his pickup to try to take yours. Like that is
exactly
that's what that is. So as far as Bauer goes, he's got a decent case. I think somebody will give him a shot. I don't think it'll be a major market team. I don't think it'll be Dodgers, Yankees, Mets. I think it'll be like the Pirates or the Reds or the Cardinals, some other like Midwestern team that's kind of where you can take the PR hit a little bit. Because that'll be that's just my thoughts on that. I could be totally wrong. I have absolutely no insider information to support that claim. Any thoughts on Trevor Bauer before we move on to?
I don't know. I just think he's a scumbag. Even though he was found not guilty, I think he's just a scumbag. So I don't want the Yankees to get him.
I don't know. I like stopped following this case personally too. Like I know, like at first, like I heard about the accusations, and then I heard that like he had like text messages to like prove his like claim but again like this is like Adam, I can't condemn or condone him. Like I don't really know enough about like the situation, but he does look like he needs clean piss from a friend that in that screenshot. Like he needs to pass that parole board really in that screenshot. So I don't know. But whatever. So
moving on to another domestic case here. This one was in public. Actually, I think both the other two are in public. But Domingo Germán, one of the perfect game throwers, one of the very few of all time. I think there's only 24 or 25 of them all time. And a lot of people say, "Oh, it's against Oakland." Yeah, but you know what? No one else did it against Oakland, so he gets credit for the perfect game, right?
Right.
He, of course, is known as not just a domestic abuser, but an issue in the clubhouse. Obviously, he got in trouble for smacking his lady in public, and he also tried to start a fist fight with manager Aaron Boone, and he allegedly threw a couch at someone in the clubhouse.
He threw a whole couch?
Or a chair or something. Yeah.
Play for the Giants.
But that being said, man, he's a good pitcher. I mean, I was at a game last year actually with Brian where he threw into the 9th inning and then the bullpen blew it because the Yankees sucked last year.
He's got alcoholism.
He was really good.
He's got alcoholism. I mean, he's already been given a second chance by the Yankees. So
I don't think he's come back to the Yanks. I do think he's gonna. Yeah. I think because he's a lower profile guy than Bauer. He's got a really good shot. I think he'll get signed by some team that really needs pitching, that kind of like Bauer, that's willing to take the PR hit. I could see him going into a number of places. I think he fits with the Giants, the Mariners. He does fit with the Angels. He fits with a lot of teams that are kind of out west. Even the Diamondbacks, who could use an extra arm. Yeah,
I was about to say the Diamondbacks are like, we have nothing to lose. We'll take them. Why not?
Well, I mean, they made it to the World Series last year with basically 2 pitchers, so they're going to be trying to get a little more pitching. And then that's our boy Domingo, number 0 from the Yankees. And then lastly, World Series hero from 2020, of course, Mr. Julio Urias. A judge in LA recently lowered his charge from a felony to a misdemeanor, which that's good news. Cough clap for that one. He was suspended 20 games last year for domestic battery. So he is also a man who slaps women, which is not something we condone. But he's got a hell of an arm, and that's the thing. I guess my question is, like, if you're a GM of a team, what do you do? Because you obviously would love to have any of these guys, especially being that they're going to come at a lower price than usual because of the baggage they come with. But is it worth the PR hit? right?
They'll do it if they.
He also looks
Go
like
ahead.
an out-of-work DJ.
Yes.
like that, like he's trying to find work as a DJ, but he just does too much Molly instead, and like he's coming down from doing too much ecstasy all the time. Like that.
Right.
That is,
Yeah.
I've said Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer actually looks like an upstanding citizen compared to this piece of shit right here. Trevor Bauer. This guy, it looks like
I gotta say, yeah, he's the guy. He did a couple bumps, and it's now like 8:30 in the morning, and the party's over. But like he's still up. Like, hey guys, want to go?
Yeah, and he's starting fights, and it's like, sir, this is a Home Depot. What are you doing here? Starting fights at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, he's got DJ glasses on. Yeah,
like the type of dude you find passed out on the beach in Venice Beach. You know that this is
Sunday was 2 days ago.
Those sunglasses and the combination of the like tattoos and like the sweaty hair. Wow.
Yeah, Mike, why'd you go with this picture?
And it was none of the pictures were good. Other than that, it was like just his headshot. I just typed his name in, and this is like the first 3 I found. I was literally doing this right before we started. So,
and by the way, if you pass out on Venice Beach, you had a hell of a weekend, all right? So that behavior I do condone. I don't condone the rest of this guy's behavior. I think this guy of the 3 he probably is going to be taking the lesser deal, or he might have to go to another country to pitch, because I think his case is possibly the worst.
Yeah.
So
I mean, what's his name? Herman's
also bad. Herman's also real bad.
He also got drunk and destroyed the fucking clubhouse too.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, like,
rehab.
Yeah. So yeah, but you know what? Like, he could also be a redemption story too. And
any of these guys could be.
Any of these guys. Any of these guys.
Herman.
I mean, there's always. I mean, let's see. Like, I mean, Mike Vick was technically a redemption story.
Watson, if we're gonna go into football, yeah.
But then there's people like Ray Rice, who you never hear from ever again. You're gone, guy. You are.
And
gone.
Everybody says he's an upstanding citizen now.
The Illuminati just took you away. You are nowhere to be found. So
you know what I was thinking too? How funny would it be if some team signed all 3? Completely. They're like, fuck the PR hit. We're gonna try to make the playoffs this year. And they just signed all 3.
I mean, the Astros just let the Astros sign them. They're like, yeah, we cheat all the time. We cheat and we beat. That's gonna be your new slogan.
And we beat. That should be a shirt. We cheat and we beat.
And then
come on, Herman, get on over here, you degenerate.
And then instead of having like an Astro shooting star secondary logo, it's just a fist and an arm. It's
a flying fist. Like video games. Amazing. Well, we were cleaning that up pretty well.
I'm sort of sorry that we had to do that segment, but also, I mean, we're Nosebleeders Sports, man. We have to do that kind of shit.
It's sports news, and it is interesting to see like where these guys are gonna like what's gonna happen with these guys, and like who like is the most redeemable. I think out of the 3 we just talked about, Bauer's probably the one that's like got more of a path back, especially if what you said, he was like cleared by a judge of like no wrongdoing. But like just reading about Herman and like his drama, like I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like that dude is a spicy meatball right there. He comes with a lot of baggage.
He's got a whole bunch of problems.
Yeah, he was at PC Sabathia's charity, and he went off on his girlfriend. Like what?
Like in public?
Like, what?
There's just a lot of problems he's got to cover. Yeah. I think he would be the redemption story because of the alcoholism.
Yeah, but he would need to like link up with he would need to link up with Daryl Strawberry and like find Jesus and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Like, I'm a new man. Yes. Please let me pitch again.
Oh, because Daryl,
I pitched for the Lord. Like that's the only way he's coming back.
Yeah, I think it's going to be small to mid-market teams. I mean, it's going to be teams that kind of, traditionally don't have much. Like, I could honestly see one of them signing with like the Colorado Rockies or the Detroit Tigers. Like, it's gonna be smaller market teams. I think I'll be very surprised. And again, I always say this: I'll eat my words if I'm wrong, but I really don't think these guys are going to New York or LA or Chicago. I think it's going to be teams that are desperate, that want value arms. Anyway, so
Yeah.
moving along from the topic of hitting women, do we have an actual brawl or no
So we
women?
got.
Or
Well, let's see. What are we doing on time? It's 34 minutes. So why don't we save this one video for next week? The football helmet
teaser.
video.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll save a little football video. We'll save for next week. Let's go to this brawl, and then we'll end with a commercial.
By the way, did you see the little scuffle at the Packers Cowboys game?
No, really?
I didn't.
Yeah,
I was with family. I didn't.
Some guy just like a lineman or something got knocked down. It was pretty funny. That was
in a few weeks. Who knows?
Yeah, soon. Yeah.
But all right, go ahead, Mike. What do you got for us?
All right, so we got UC Davis versus UC Santa Barbara, and we got ourselves a little pushing and shoving.
We got a West Coast brawl here. Okay,
there we go. This is spilling.
I like the guy in the sombrero in the background, or the ranger hat, the park ranger hat, is jumping up and down like
Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah,
like what the fuck? What is going on?
This
here?
Is getting ugly. Let's move the senior citizen out of the way.
We have traffic cops apparently getting involved in this one.
Yeah,
that kid's trying to take a video. We got a highway patrol security. They look like the people you see in the turnpike when they're repairing the roads.
He's wearing a Smokey the Bear hat. Only you can prevent forest fires and basketball brawls.
Yeah, that got out of hand quick. This looks like it's almost the end of the game.
What year is this, Mike?
That's
a good little takedown there. I like that.
Yeah,
he pinned him down. I don't know the year. I forget the year. It was fairly recently though.
The sombrero guy totally wants to jump in.
Here's one of the fans with
I think that's a park ranger hat. Like I was mistaken.
Is it park ranger or sombrero?
Yeah, it's like a Smokey the Bear kind of hat. Well, hold on, they'll show it again because it had the flat brim and it didn't have It doesn't look like it. No, maybe it was made out of straw. Let's see it again.
That coach got in there and started swatting at him. So here's the pushing and shoving.
Is there a close up of that? Oh, here we go. Okay.
What happened there?
I love how
he just fell.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Let's watch
it did not.
Wait. Oh, he pushed him and he made I didn't do nothing.
But it seemed like he must have put a lot of force behind it because it seemed like such a tiny bump.
No,
it seemed like a little flopping. Yeah,
he full on body checked him and then put his arms up to be like, "What?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, no.
We watch that
was
more time,
very intentional.
Yeah. So if you look quickly, you see the guy in the orange with the hat on. He's filming it, and this is must be his camera. You could see the view. And this coach in the white shirt, look, he dives on the other team's player and he's hitting him. Look. You've never seen a coach like that.
Did he just pull him by the hair? Did he just? Yeah. It looked like he pulled him by the hair.
Yeah. That was kind of ugly for a coach. You think a coach would break it up? He pulled his hair, he shoved his face.
Did you pre-cut this or did somebody have
trying to break it up? But he's also just trying to grab him.
Yeah, whoever put together the TV footage with
you're trying to break that up.
Yeah,
I like this guy in the front row. He's just chilling, guys, stop. Like you're yelling at your dog, get down, stop. He didn't flinch at all.
Yeah, the guy's legs are just there. He's just sitting there. He's just kind of chilling. He's trying to pay for these seats. I'm not getting up.
He's like, I got a beard. I don't care what you guys think. I'm tough. This was messy. This was a messy one for sure. Yeah. And would you say a close up? I mean, the rest is they're just throwing.
We get a close up of that initial hit.
I kind of want to watch him get checked again.
Yeah, I'm trying to scroll back.
That was the most entertaining part of this by far. This is a good one though. I like this one.
Yeah, he knocked his own teammate down too. Yeah, there's some shoving. Here it is. Here
we go.
So
yeah, he full on body checked his ass and then acted like he didn't do anything. I mean, and he's a lot bigger than him, so that's why it looked like he didn't put much force into it. He's got 12 inches on this other kid.
Yeah, let's see if we can just kind of frame by frame here. Cool jerseys, by the way. Look like the Cincinnati Reds logo there. Anyway, he shoves him, and I think he just lost his balance because it wasn't that hard of a shove.
No, it was pretty hard, man. When someone that much bigger than you knocks into you like that, you're especially when you're not expecting it. Yeah.
That was
definitely intentional.
There's also the band kids too. Yeah, like they're in the back, like they're like, "Oh my god, look,
there's fighting!" Ooh. Wow. That got ugly.
Like the little dude kind of like grabbed the bigger dude and like brought him down. Like I don't know, like fighting to that degree, but it looked like he kind of like he's got his arms wrapped. It looked like he brought him down on purpose to try to get him on the floor, which is actually smart if you're that much smaller than somebody.
Leverage.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was something.
No, that was good. I like that. This is entertaining. You got the young people involved. You got the reflective vests involved for some reason. I give this one an 8. I was thoroughly entertained. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. Why not? I'll go with an 8. I mean, that was it. It was a brawl. It spilled into the stands. It was a little hectic. Got ugly for a minute there, and Sergeant Slaughter was there with his tank top. So yeah. Give it an 8.
Oh. Yeah, I'll give it an extra point for that guy in the hat for sure. Yeah.
All right, 8.1. Brian?
I'm gonna give it I'm actually gonna give it a lower grade. I'm gonna give it like a 6.5.
Okay.
And like the body check was really good, and like of course it was cool that it went into the stands, but it felt like, I don't know, maybe just because we watch so many of these that I feel jaded, but I'm like, okay, like he just checked them and then they like fell into the stands. Big fucking deal. Like it felt very quick to me. And we see so much ridiculous shit that I'm like, oh, okay, one guy in a sombrero / park ranger hat that like was cheering them on while the coach got involved. Like, I guess because I'm just so jaded that like I'm like, okay, like yeah, this was objectively good. It wasn't a bad fight, but like I give it a 6.5.
All right, I respect that rating. All right, so. We're going to close out with a commercial. Do you have a vintage commercial for us, Mike?
We have a vintage commercial. I believe it's from 1989 of Chris Collingsworth, and he will be promoting some taco products. And let's take a look at this doozy.
That was a sentence I never thought I would hear.
You see, JTM slowly kettle cooks with the finest meats and just the right seasonings. Then they quick freeze it so you can just heat and eat. Great for parties or when the gang's over to watch the football game. Buenos tacos, amigos. It's the quickest great taste you'll ever love, JTM. For your holiday parties, pick up delicious JTM grill or kettle cook products.
Okay.
The accent alone will get us canceled.
That's a fake mustache too. That is absolutely a fake mustache.
That is absolutely
fake.
Dude, it's 7 shades darker than any other hair in his body. Look at it.
No, that's real. Yeah, he goes from.
He has a poncho, a sombrero, and he speaks like broken, like Spanish 2 high school Spanish to open the commercial. Like this is incredible.
Yeah, this is absolutely incredible. You know what? They went a little meta. So give them points for the fact that they went meta and that they said that this man has taken 3 years of Spanish 101. So so they are kind of making fun of him, which is like the saving grace of this.
That's I think what saves it.
Of this very tone deaf commercial. But yeah, no, I think that's next to he also has a commercial where he's promoting dumplings and he's like pulling a rickshaw. That's gonna be the next commercial.
That's the next one. I'm impressed about the 3-pound tub of taco filling, or you get it in the cookie dough plastic. You just squeeze the meat into your taco. That's sanitary. Oh my God.
I mean, all that is essentially just 3 pounds of just low-grade ground beef. Like, let's be real with ourselves. But this is great. I'm thoroughly entertained by this. This is one of those things that, like, I bet you his close friends still make fun of him for, but he wishes that everyone else, like, he wishes that he could live it down. And like he's, obviously he gets mad if people bring it up on set or anything, but I bet his close friends still fucking rip on him for this because this is, it's funny because it's like you said with the Spanish thing, it's very self-aware, but it's also embarrassing on so many other levels.
Oh, it's
I would imagine when he did it, he probably didn't think it was a bad idea as much as we would think it is now.
It's the late 80s, so
it's stereotyping was still funny in the 80s, but
Well, yeah, I mean,
it
if
never really
if he's
was,
got
but
kids too, he definitely has like a millennial or like a Gen Z daughter that's like writing a writing a thesis in college on why her
on
dad
this.
is so an offensive piece of shit. And he's like, great, I'm glad that I did this racist taco commercial to put you through college. Just hey, Ravi.
Yeah.
That
Do you know what
that's
the
probably
commercial
what's going
paid?
on in the Chris Collingsworth household right now.
Oh my God. What a time. What a time on MLK Day,
This is
too.
one of those commercials. He's like, our job here is to crack jokes and make fun of stuff.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones where like it's almost like beyond parody. Like, how do we make it funnier? Because it's already
It's just
a 10 out of 10 ridiculous, you know?
it's muy bien. He just muy bien. Like he sounded more like Inspector Clouseau, and then a guy from Mexico. Muy bien.
Buenos tacos, amigo. No one's ever said buenos tacos to me in
Good
my
tacos.
entire life. Yeah, great tacos,
Yeah.
amigos.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then he became an announcer. This led to his announcing career, I guess.
It'd be great if this commercial was what got him his first NFL gig.
Yeah, you never know.
Like the casting director's like, dude, I loved you in the JTM ground beef taco commercial. We think you'd be great at doing some color commentary and some play-by-play for us on NBC. Like,
I can't wait to eat tacos because of you. Yeah, you're our star now.
All right, I have nothing else to add. You guys, are we gonna hit the kill switch?
Yeah, it's gonna be snowing this week. Everybody enjoy these videos, and we'll be back. And we'll play we ran out of time because it's already at 46 minutes. But the video next week has to do with one of the first. There's this guy who created a very early form of a football helmet, and he tests it out, and we'll get to watch it.
Teaser for next week.
Fun.
All right, peace out, gentlemen.
Peace.
All right, peace.